Welcome to the Pub Sports Radio PSR closing time show for today, Thursday, October 21st, with me, Sharpie's Bets, and my man, Connor Mack. How you doing after that nonsense of last night?
Man, it is what it is. Urias, I thought the team, I don't know, looked pretty flat. I don't know, for having to come back to win that game. The sticks just aren't there. They're just not there. Turner's now pulled a hammy. Trey Turner just looks awful. They just have nobody. Of course, we talked about Muncy not being there. It just does not look good all the way around. But he was pitched kind of like Kershaw used to do, where he'd go his first few innings only fastballs, and his fastball didn't have life.
And they weren't using his changeup.
No, he wasn't using that. He started using that after it was 3-0. After that Freddie Freeman home run, he starts using his change. He starts using his curve. But he was going through the lineup like he had a heater that could get by him, and all those were out and over the dish. And the 0-2 one hurt the worst. The first one, Rosario was just raking. That guy is a machine. He was an unreal hitter. That was an unreal pickup. But the Braves, after Acuna went down, getting Duvall, him, all these guys, Soler,
Peterson,
it's been crazy. Yeah, all four guys has been unreal pickups. I mean, those are four legit 30 home run guys all there, all four of those guys. So, yeah, they're raking. There's nothing they can do, and now you got Max Fried on the bump. One thing I'd say real quick, we'll get into it. The Dodgers just need I think this is over, but if they can win tonight, you have Max and Buehler at least 6 and 7, but I don't know about his arm. I don't know how dead it is, supposedly, if they got back in Game 6. But let's get into today's game.
Shout out to the chat, guys. Smash a like if you haven't, and shout out to the guy behind the stages, Billy Brisbane, with a nice background today. I just seen your comment, Billy. Go screw yourself. He said he put up the dark background for the Dodgers because they're going down. That was some good shit. But, guys, this is Game 5, Braves versus Dodgers. Atlanta leads the series 3-1. We're at Chavez Ravine, 7 miles per hour to right center, 77 degrees at first pitch, and it's going to drop down to 60 throughout the game. We've got Max Fried versus a bullpen day for the Dodgers. First 5, Dodgers are a -120. Braves are a +100. The under-over's at a 4.5. I think it dropped to a 4, but I'll have to check on that. First game is a Dodgers. Full game is a Dodgers -136. Braves +123. Under-over at 8. So it did drop to a 4. What are you looking at here, my guy?
Wow. You know what? I like the first 5 under 4 a bit. I mean, we talked about, Dodgers got to Fried a little bit. Can they today? I mean, you got to think so. So that was the first time the Braves beat the Dodgers in 7 or 8 games at home. But things just seem different. That's why, maybe it's just the Braves. Hey, that's a team other than the Giants and Dodgers. The last 60 games, they went 42-20. I lean the under 4 here. I haven't bet it yet. And I'd be on the Braves. I mean, the first 5 at plus, you can get it plus 105, 110. They have the starter. Even though the Dodgers bullpen, I think, is good, they can handle it. I don't know if they can, full game. We saw the Braves do it. We saw a guy in Smiley. He got out of the rotation, hasn't pitched because of the Dodgers. They hit got 6 runs off him that day in August. He hadn't pitched in the rotation in that long, comes back, sticks it to him.
Looks like Cy Young.
Looks like, just dripping curves. That umpire was calling those low strikes for him, those curves way at the bottom of the dish. And he looked great. I like the Braves. I lean them first 5. The Dodgers got to show it to me. They got to hit, their team total's 4.5. I know it's plus 110. I'd also lean on the Braves over 3.5. It's -115. If you don't want the plus money with them, their team total over 3.5, I think, is a decent look. We'll see. It's do or die. Let's see if they got any nuts to want to win something. Or they're going to lay down like a dog. You're going to play like a champion or be a bitch and get out. So that's what I'm looking at here in this one.
I'm pretty much hearing everything you're hearing, and that's the conversations I keep going back and forth with in my head. And they look like they gave up last night. And Roberts in the post-game speech looks like he's got 500 excuses to blame this fucking loss on. This doesn't look like a team to me that's going to win 3 fucking straight games. And this is coming, guys, from 2 Dodger fans. I told everybody in the Discord, it's Braves first 5, guys, and I can't bet it. And it's nice to hear Connor say the same thing, guys. I don't understand how Max Fried is the underdog here. Yes, the Dodgers do hit lefties better. Yes, I expect them to get to Fried a little bit.
But
if they got that body language from yesterday, bro, Fried's going to cruise. And this game's over with, guys. So I've got my heart in this probably a little too much. I think this game goes over, kind of like how the Red Sox Astros games have been, guys. One team's going to just cruise and the other team's going to chip in a couple. And it could be the Dodgers cruise. They could go out and rake this guy for 6-7 runs tonight. And then the Braves get a couple back on their end. So I haven't bet it. I lean the full game over 8. Definitely team totals like you were saying. I think they're both going to get hit. Like, who's pitching for the Dodgers today? A bunch of guys that's been getting hit already.
Yeah.
Like, they're tired.
They're taxed.
They're taxed. They know they've got excuses after excuses, and they're looking at those excuses, and that's not what I want to see in a team. So for me, it is a Braves first 5 over full game type. So haven't bet it yet. Definitely going to look into it. Gonna have to hit these commercials. Oh, what's up?
Real quick. It seems like they've caught up to him, though, a little bit. You know, the wild card, the pitching, the Dave not knowing what to do with Urias. You know, the whole they get by the Giants. That's like the big leap, exhale, and then they don't got it here. And the Braves, though, are playing up to that ability. They coast through the Brewers a little bit. Didn't really hit in that series and got to wait, relax. So, you know.
I was telling people last night, I don't remember if you were back there, but it just seems like this last 7 years of us going to the World Series and playoffs, and they're fucking tired, bro. And they looked gassed yesterday. The Dodgers looked extremely just like, can we go home? Like, we're done. They just looked like that. And it's like, I see this team every year. They usually don't have that after being down 3-1. They just usually are ready, like, let's go. They just don't have that right now. So I really do think the Braves Jocktober has been real. So I hope the Dodgers, for our sake, don't go out in Dodger Stadium losing, but I don't see it today, guys. I don't see how the Dodgers win this game. So we're gonna hit these commercials. We'll get to Jack of the Day and Best Bet, and
get it.
Yes, sir. A little NFL. Shout out to the chat for you guys hanging in there. Smash the like, and shout out to our sponsors, because they're the ones who really be helping us to get to you. MyBookie.ag, guys, promo code PubSports, 50% match bonus up to $1,000 on cash or credit, 100% match bonus up to $1,000 if you use Bitcoin. So go over to MyBookie.ag, use that promo code PubSports, and get yourself some big boy action in. Now it's time for the man to my left or right, however the freaking it comes up on the screen to you guys, segment, Jack of the Day.
Jack it.
Well, see you later.
What's the Jack? What's the guys we looking at?
Here. Well, there's a lot of picker points. The Dodgers today, they think they're going to maybe hit a few jacks because the numbers aren't great. Everyone that was 400 or maybe above, like Seager's plus 340, Will Smith's 350. A lot in the threes. Mookie's not even at 400. He's 380 that I have. And then for the Braves side, Duvall's only 300. Riley, 320, 340. I'm going right back. If you want value, Rosario. Are you kidding me? He's the highest on the Braves. This guy just hit 2 home runs. I know he hit 2. You don't think, but he's plus. I have him plus 430 here. You can get him at least probably 400 at other books. And the only other guy on the Braves would be Freddie Freeman because he's still over 400. And the Dodgers side, I don't like any of those numbers. There's just no freaking way. One guy, he has been a little bit hot, is Chris Taylor. You can get him over 500. I'm taking a small shot on him for Jack of the Day today at that price.
Well, I'm not looking at no Jack of the Day, but you did say a name. I'm going to go over 1.5 bases with Mookie Betts today, guys. He's coming off of a freaking 0 for night last night. He's the hottest hitter on the Dodgers, period, in the playoffs. I do not expect that again today. So Mookie Betts over 1.5. Here we go. Best bet of the day. Baseball to you, my guy, or is it football?
Baseball's fine. Even though I really don't have any. I think the game does get over again, like it did yesterday. I'm going to take the Braves, though. Their team total over 3.5 instead of the full 8. I just don't know what the Dodgers, I hope they hit. I might have maybe a smaller bet on the full game over. But I'm worried Free could be good early. But I think the Braves can get 4. So the Braves team total over 3.5, minus 110.
Bam. There it is. My best bet in this game is going to have to be Mookie Betts over 1.5 bases, guys. I just don't see another 0 for type night coming. He hits betters off of lefties anyways, and he just seen Max Fried. So over 1.5 bags on my guy Mookie.
I hope he does.
Then we got a Thursday night football game. We got the Browns, who are beat the hell up, and then we got the Broncos, who are just the Broncos. You got any looks, actions, types? What's up for the peoples?
Yeah, I don't like Thursday night football. I thought right when the week came out, I took just a little bit on the Broncos, and I got it at 4, not even 3.5. We do those Monday shows, so every once in a while I do it because Thursday night football, as you know, I've talked about it. I hate it, man. I hate betting on NFL teams on a short week, and both these teams are hurt. Broncos can't stop anybody. Raiders would have had 40. I mean, eat more. You know, if they didn't take off the gas in the 4th. So I don't know what's happened to that defense. Tonight's weird. It's down to 40.5. I'd still go over. I know people think it's going to be an under, and it could. But these two teams, they get back, but they're deep. There's too many guys missing on both sides of the ball. The Broncos, the Browns, the linebackers, the secondary. And I want to make sure all these Browns linemen, I heard some of them will be in tonight. They're offensive linemen. That'll help the offense. But Keenum throwing it, this is an ugly game. But somehow I think it still gets over 40.5. And now that the Browns -1, I got nothing on the side. Maybe they could win by a field goal, but the Browns have looked horrible the last 2 weeks. So I don't know. This is an ugly one from everywhere. Stay away. Run away.
I tuned into your guys' show and jumped in onto just a little bit of smidgen on that plus 160 Broncos money line on Monday.
Okay.
I grabbed it then. And not a lot, but a little bit. But I did put out my plays for my props. I'm on Teddy Bridgewater over 1.5 touchdowns, guys. And then I ran Sutton and Fant to catch those touchdowns for me. And they're both at plus 200 or better on touchdown props. Cleveland Browns are 28th in the league right now in allowing touchdown passes. So I'm going right back to the well with that. And my best bet's going to be D'Ernest Johnson over 11 receiving yards, guys. If you tuned into this MLB show, take this bet to the bank, okay? Over 11 receiving yards for this Cleveland Browns running back. In the preseason with Case Keenum in 3 games, he had 4 catches, plus 20 yards every game. And that was in a half? And now he's going to get full starter moments, and you're giving me 11 yards to a guy where Keenum's going to dump it to him, and he's shown he's going to dump it to him. It just seems way off in my eyes. So hopefully you guys get a little action in it because that will get bumped up. So shout out to you guys for hanging in there. Smash the like on the way out. Hit the share. We got the NBA Pub Hub show coming on in 28 minutes. Grab yourself a beer, blunt, bong load, whatever you like. Tune into the fellas.
Whatever. Check them out.
Tune in. They got your winners for you. So thanks. And 3 words, guys. We be
Pubbing!
Pubbing!